So my earliest memory of giving goes all the way back to when I was a little boy. And at the end of the week, my parents would always cash their paychecks and come home, and they put money in different envelopes. And there was always something for groceries and car insurance, and there was always an envelope that said church. And I'd always watch my parents put some money into that envelope. Then every Sunday morning, the church envelopes would come out, some money would go in there, and then we'd kind of fight between my brother and I who was going to put it in the offering plate that week. There was many times where we didn't have something, or I would ask for something and they'd say, no, not this week, maybe next week. But I never remember a time where that envelope didn't have something in it and it wasn't being taken to church. So from early on, my family was very committed to giving to the church. When I turned 16 and got my first job, I said, can I get my own envelopes? And I got a checking account. And every Saturday night or Sunday morning, I would write my own check out that I was going to give the next day to church. My family was always very committed with our time and our talent, but it was also shown that it was very important to also give back the treasure that God had given to us. Forward to our when we got married, it was evident that we were going to continue to give to the church. And you know, starting out, you're buying a house or whatever you're doing, there's many bills to have, but we decided early on as well that we were going to continue to faithfully give each week to the ministries of our church.
So even when we were first married, we committed to be stewards of our money and to faithfully give each week. And it was definitely hard as we had children along the way, but we knew that it was very important for us to make that financial decision to give every week, whether it was out of plenty or lack of plenty. And God has been faithful to us. He has provided so much for us. Even now with our children, we feel that it's important to constantly show them about giving. We've had the privilege of partnering with Operation Christmas Child, and our children have been able to pick out different gifts and pack them in the shoe boxes, and just putting the focus not on themselves, and I think giving to another child in need, knowing that this toy could be the only toy a child could get that year.
I can remember earlier on in our marriage, putting a check in the envelopes, and a week would go by where we'd miss. And then you'd get to the end of the year and you'd find all the envelopes that you didn't give that week. And we were challenged to sign up online, kind of that set it and forget it. We know at least something we wanted to give was going to come out every time. But that was one of those things that kind of really changed us from skipping it to just putting it on autopilot almost. There's a verse that has come back into my mind a couple times. It's Proverbs 11:24. One gives freely yet grows all the richer. Another withholds what he should give and only suffers want. That verse is telling me we can't outgive God.
God tells us to be a cheerful giver, and I feel that is very important for our family, that we need to be happy and content with what we are giving of our time, our talent, and also our treasure.